Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Friday, May 12th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. Don't forget, this weekend is the general election, which will bring an alcohol ban from 6 p.m. Saturday until 6 p.m. this Sunday. Now let's get to the news. We want to start off with police on the island being openly racist, formally asking people in one of their official notices to openly report people of color whenever they see them and to contact police to, quote, eliminate this type of gangster from Phuket. The heinous statements were made in one of their official reports that covers the recent arrest of a 40-year-old Nigerian man in Rawai this week. Police stated that they arrived at a home in Mufor in Rawai on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. with a search warrant following an investigation. The report never clarified what he was under investigation for. When they knocked on the door, the report mentioned that they heard what they believed was him dropping something into the toilet and then flushing it before he then opened the door. No drugs were found inside the home, only a digital scale. Police also did not find a passport issued to the man, identified as Harrison Onyema. They also had no information on him traveling in and out of the country. He was taken to Chalong police station and charged with entering the kingdom without permission. The report issued by authorities made several references to Onyema as, quote, a dark-skinned man, the, quote, dark-skinned suspect, and, quote, a person of color. The report stated, quote, police have warned people of Phuket that people of color have the behavior of selling cocaine and deceive others by using a Facebook profile as a handsome man to fool a woman or as a beautiful woman to deceive men in what are called romance scams. If you see people of color anywhere, you can report them to any police station or the tourist police to eliminate this type of gangster from Phuket. The statement sparked outrage in some of our readers and commenters on the island, including Matthew, an American expat living in Phuket, who stated, quote, I have lived here a little over 16 years now. As a foreigner, I have already dealt with being stopped many times at checkpoints, but if now I have to worry about just going to the mall or going to the walking streets or the market, now I'm not accepted? Are black people still allowed to be in the country without having to get checked? I don't know what the officer has been through with black people in the past, but if you think that we're all just criminals, this is definitely not the case. In addition, fellow American expat Brittany, she stated, quote, it's unfortunate Thai police encourage the marginalization of black people and people of color as criminals and untrustworthy. As a black American expat, it deeply saddens me to know that I, along with people who look like me, have our character and intentions prematurely judged and mischaracterized. I would encourage the Thai and expat community to report people based on their criminal actions and known activity instead of judging a person based on the color of their skin. I would also encourage the Thai and expat community to get to know people who do not look like them and reserve their opinions until they take the time to get to know the individual. The racist statements in the report come as the National Police Chief Damrongsak Kitiprapas is on the island at the moment to open a new cafe on the grounds of the Phuket Immigration Office in order to, quote, create opportunities, create encouragement, generate income, and help improve the quality of life of the police. Perhaps they're unaware of the 5 senior police officers of Patong Police, including the police chief, who just 2 months ago were removed from duty after a raid on a bar on Bangla Road saw 6 underage prostitutes taken into protective care and 2 women charged with child sex trafficking. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Video was posted online showing a group of friends getting into a heated argument with a tuk-tuk driver in Patong, where one of them, a British national, punched the man. He's now been arrested. The altercation began when a foreign national on a motorbike hit the driver's tuk-tuk parked by the side of reportedly Patong Beach Road. The video shows the tuk-tuk with its hazard lights on, with no other tuk-tuk near it. One man, identified later as Jack Mark Paul Hoban, got off his motorbike and can be seen punching the driver in the face. He and the group then leave on their motorbikes, though several people are seen running in to try to prevent the foreigners from speeding off. Some of them even landed punches of their own on one of the foreigners. The reaction from these Thai nationals in this instance, running to prevent foreigners from speeding off and throwing punches of their own, contrasts with the reaction of reported staff at a karaoke venue in Patong late last month, in which they stood and watched but never intervened when a 40-year-old woman was being viciously beaten with 29 blows to the head, including a kick to the head, while on the ground. Police later tracked down Hoban, a Manchester native, to a hotel in Kata, where he was placed under arrest at about 3 p.m. on Wednesday and taken to Patong Police Station, where he was identified as the man who punched the tuk-tuk driver. It was not confirmed whether a medical report confirming that the tuk-tuk driver had suffered an injury was required in order for police to take action on this case, as has often been cited by police as necessary before they can take any action in many previous cases. After completing any legal and court-ordered obligations, Hoban is now facing deportation and possible blacklisting from re-entering the country for at least a defined period under the Phuket Crime-Free campaign, under which foreigners are issued red cards for any incidents that cause harm or a public disturbance. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. Ain't been the pleasure, see your pressure just before you break a bone.
Rescue teams and volunteers are continuing their search for a 32-year-old Russian man who was swept off seaside rocks by a large wave at Promthep this morning. The incident took place before 9:30 a.m. this morning. Officials say Russian men were standing on the seaside rocks when a large wave hit them, knocking all four down. 3 of the men managed to get out of the water and are safe now, although one was taken to Chalong Hospital for treatment of wounds sustained in the fall. A 4th man, identified as 32-year-old Yuri Smoyan, is still missing at sea, and the search is currently underway by rescue workers and volunteers. Drones are also being used to try to locate Mr. Smoyan from above. Stay up to date with this story on thephuket.news.com. The southernmost provinces of Thailand is facing a litany of trouble after 23 locations across the border provinces were hit with arson attacks, and a roadside bomb attack this morning saw an army ranger killed and 3 others wounded. The attacks come as Thailand gears up for the general election this Sunday, May 14th. Let's start with the arson attacks that took place on Thursday night, as 23 locations across Yala, Patani, and Narathiwat provinces saw arson attacks, including mobile phone antenna towers and power poles, according to the Bangkok Post. In addition, banners bearing the message, "Democracy is Patani Peace," were also hung in 4 locations in nearby Songkhla province. While mobile phone signals were briefly disrupted in some of the locations, there were no reports of blackouts, according to the Bangkok Post. Then, at about 10 a.m. this morning, a roadside bomb exploded near a school and wounded 3 ranger volunteers who were walking past the area. It also killed an army ranger. The Bangkok Post states that an initial investigation found that attackers, who were hiding at a rubber plantation behind the school, immediately detonated the bomb when the patrol arrived at the spot. Investigations into the roadside bomb and the arson attacks are ongoing. Since the insurgency reignited in the Deep South in 2004, more than 7,000 people have been killed and 13,500 others injured in violence across the Deep South, including Narathiwat, Patani, and Yala, according to Deep South Watch, a local think tank. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks for joining us on this Friday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. We'll see you again on Monday. Until then, stay classy, Phukets.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.